The road to Russia 2018 World Cup has been easier for Nigeria Super Eagles than expected when the draws for the qualifiers were made. Nigeria was pitched against Cameroon, Algeria and Zambia in Group B, a development that sparked panic among football fans given the Eagles' form at the time.
Merely I saw the draws, I got a call from my second vice president, Shehu Diko, and said, "President, don't be worried. We're going to top this group. And I'm sure you are going to have a match to spare." I said, "How was your permutation?" Then he started giving me some analysis. But today, his analysis has come out to be very true. And we are excited about it. The victory we dedicate to God Almighty.
We know exactly what we have to do to get to the World Cup, and right from the time the draws were made, this is about our calculations. Win our first 3 games and try to pick a point here. Our target is 12 points to take you to World Cup, and now from the look of things, maybe 11 will take you to the World Cup. So I guess we are right on track. Our calculations was right, and you can never know. It's football. It's about numbers, statistics. We have a huge goal difference.
When somebody asked me it was a group of death, I said for us, it will be a group of death. I know the kind of passion Nigerians have, and we know what we've tried to deliver. And a lot of our work over the past 2 years is now culminating in this. This is just the beginning. When we get to the World Cup, we will surprise the world.
When we had this draw, it was called the Group of Death. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, Carthage Eagles of Algeria, and then you had Zambia. We thought that we were going to have some mathematical calculations at the end of it all, like we normally do for Nigeria. But this is a clear departure from that. It means that there's a bright future for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We have youth mixed with experience. We had exuberance mixed with those who want to really go to the big stage, which is the World Cup. For every player is a dream. And our young players are hungry to be on the stage in Russia, not only to make an appearance, but to make an impression. They say the morning shows what the day will look like. We are happy with the morning for the Super Eagles.
The journey started smoothly with a tough 2-1 win away to Zambia in Ndola. Those 3 points have so far proved crucial for the Super Eagles in the quest to reach the World Cup.
I think we've already proved a lot of people wrong by coming as far as we got now, but we still want to go all the way and make sure we go to Russia by next year.
The grouping is tough, but then with God on our side, with the determination of the players, with the support of everybody, the boys have done so well. They've won 3 matches on a roll and the 4th one with a point. I have always said it, if the players are committed 100% plus, they will surely qualify.
Highly rated Algeria turned Nigeria's next victim in the series. Despite assembling some of the biggest names in African football, the likes of African Player of the Year, Riyad Mahrez, Islam Slimani and Yassin Brahimi.
Steers the ball home on 25 minutes. That was the opening goal. You see the mistake there from this
The Super Eagles flew above their northern African rivals 3-1 to take the driver's seat
onside.
In the group.
In line, the linesman got it right. Mikel made no mistake. And Algeria pushed hard for the equaliser, but will get caught in injury time. A 4-on-2 break. The ball was fed across by the substitute Musa, and Victor Moses finished it off to make it 3-1 with a close-range shot. Moses of Chelsea.
At this time, both Cameroon and Zambia were 4 points behind Nigeria. When Cameroon went on to win the African Nations Cup in February, their triumph over the rest of Africa sent warning signs, and only the brave would face the African champions without sparing a thought of a possible defeat.
Your African champions for 2017, Cameroon.
We declared a project which is Operation Tame the Lions of the Cameroons, and here we are. They have been tamed. God has answered our prayers. What we were doing in Operation Taming the Lions was that we were fasting every 3 days of the week All my members will fast from the morning and break at 1 o'clock. Then the last 4 days before the last match, we went fasting and we were praying. And you know, I believe God answers prayers.
The Super Eagles knew the indomitable Lions were the biggest threat to their World Cup quest. In fact, they were the underdogs ahead of the doubleheader against the Cameroonians following the Lions' impressive show at the FIFA Confederations Cup and their African and global ratings. The Nigeria Football Federation began planning early, and the plot to feast on the Lions was not compromised.
Nigeria is a big footballing and very proud footballing nation. And like I said when I got elected, that we are going to make sure we get back Nigeria into where she rightfully belongs, you know. And I believe with the support of my executive committee, we've been able to an appreciable level achieve that, because we started with a lot of problems, teething problems, but at least we've been able to look at 2 major issues: global recognition, global politics, which by God's grace we've been able to achieve, and now achieving a Super Eagles that can stand the test of time.
The boys don't need any much motivation, and everybody wants to play at the World Cup, and they know what is at stake. So yes, Cameroon must deserve respect as African champions, but this is our home turf, and we are controlled with the group. They are playing catch-up, so everything is against them. And I think we should be able to build on that and make sure we get the result.
There's no reason to fear the Cameroonian team, and that's what we've told them. We believe in them, we trust them, and you know they shouldn't feel under undue pressure.
They are not fast, you know. We have fast players from the wing. I'm a fast player too, you know. They are very physical, which is gonna tell on us a little bit. But if we can keep the ball, because we're a good side, we are technically good, and we're playing home again, so we have confidence, you know. So if we can keep the ball and make some good runs behind, I think we have chances.
I feel them being on top of the ranking, like the FIFA ranking, is not as important as we knowing that we have to go for the World Cup.
Nigerian fans had mixed views ahead of the game. Some had lost confidence in the Eagles in the wake of their home loss to South Africa in a Nations Cup qualifying match.
And again, South Africa through the Super.
We are sorry for the last game.
I would say it was a really sad one for us, losing to South Africans 2-0. I would say for now we left everything behind, and we've learned from our mistakes, and we'll take it to the game against Cameroon.
I believe that if we depend on Nigeria too much, they can disappoint us, just like the one that happened with South Africa.
With what I saw and with what they are playing in training, I believe Nigeria can win the indomitable Lions of Cameroon.
And then came the deal day. Nigeria versus Cameroon at the Nest of Champions in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. The visitors started brightly. They dominated play, but Nigeria remained stubborn in defense. And when it was time for the Eagles to fly, they flew high above the grip of the dangerous Lions. And after 90 minutes, the African champions were embarrassed 4-0.
It's football. We have to do exactly what we're doing, what we've been doing. Play same way we've been playing, same concentration, same focus, same aim. That's to go to Russia.
I think we are forming to become a very good team at the moment. We've got a lot of young players and players of experience, and I think the mix is perfect.
We've been able to establish that we have a team that can even play in Qatar in 2022. If you look at Wakari, if you look at Iwobi, if you look at Kelechi Iheanacho, if you look at Mikel Agu, these are generation next. But they are still playing today, but by then they will be more mature. And of course our transition goes on, bringing up the young players, bringing up the... So it's a whole lot of work, but trust me, we are not leaving any stone unturned.
And then it was time for the return game in Cameroon. The Super Eagles flew in less than an hour and arrived Yaoundé, beaming with plenty of confidence. The build-up to the match was intense. Cameroon football fans knew the 2018 World Cup dream was over, but they wanted the indomitable Lions to react to the 4-0 drubbing they suffered a few days ago earlier in New York. For them, the match at the Stadium in Sport should be more of a revenge mission. The 40,000 capacity Stadium in Sport would host the return leg. The Eagles were confident, knowing another win against the toothless Lions would seal a ticket to the World Cup.
Now. Just an easy ball into the path of Shehu. Now this is better for him. And now, what can he do here? The ball's come back. A goalkeeper on
The Eagles drew the first blood, scoring in the first half.
Found the back of the net, and Simon Moses over on that far side. Well, there's a bit of a scrap.
But Cameroon, who haven't lost in Yaoundé in over 40 years, bounced back to make the scoreline respectable.
Shot coming in, but what a...
Nigeria goalkeeper Ikechukwu Ezenwa brought down a Cameroonian inside the box. Vincent Abubakar stepped up and slotted home from the spot. 1-1 it ended.
But it's natural when you lose 4-0 and you have the chance to play at home some days later, you want to take a revanche. And they played very well today. They had 3 fresh players. We had the same one, the same team, and physically in second half we had some problems. But we are very happy about this point because our goal was to have 4 points in the 2 games against Cameroon.
African generosity. We wanted to share the meal with the Lions. We were generous. We gave them a point, we took away a point. The party is delayed, but the celebration for Russia is sure for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
We were winning 1-0 and then all of a sudden the game changed. And they started playing better. and then they got the goal. We so we have to wait in Uyo to make sure we finish the job and make sure we beat Zambia and qualify.
We could have sealed the deal probably if you got a win, but we didn't. But still, I think we should be happy with a draw here. Seeing that it's not an easy place to come and win. I don't think it has been done for many years, 45 years there. So against the African champions, I think we should be happy with a draw here.
We wanted to finish it here, but we still have another opportunity to do it, so we have to take the chance.
The Nigeria Football Federation opted to pay players and officials of the Super Eagles full match bonus for the game. The gesture clearly explains the NFF was satisfied with the result, hence the decision to reward the players for their masterclass output against their Cameroonian opponents. Super Eagles head coach Gannett Rowe was happy with the sole point obtained from Yaoundé, but he thinks his team deserved more than a draw.
We're looking for 1 point, and we believe that we're going to get 3 when we take on Zambia in Uyo on the 7th of October.
I think Nigeria is setting very high standards, and we all hope and wish that we'll go and make history in Russia. I think the team is a young team with a mixture of experienced players like Obi Mikel and Moses Igalo, who can add a lot to the new group, and all the new players that the coach has called to the team. I think they all have performed to the expectations, and even as a team, I think that they have shown that the group management that this coach has said is fantastic, because at this level you need a coach that manage a group of players more than teach them to play. He's not an under 17 or under 20, so I think that a lot of credit to this coach, and we are all very happy with him and with the Super Eagles.
Nigeria's fine run against Cameroon was made possible by the contribution of the entire Super Eagles team. But some players were incredible with their performances, especially the goal scorers. Odion Igalo opened the floodgate of goals. He confirmed why he is rated Nigeria's best frontman.
It's like a tussle, I know the Cameroonians are very strong, and if I don't do what I did there, I think it will be impossible for me to score that goal. So I have to tussle with him and push him a little bit with my shoulders. Then before I get back control of the ball, I have to cut it to my left leg and shoot. So it's a good pass from Mikel and good goal too. So I'm happy, and most especially the whole team did really well in these 2 games. When I shot the ball, I was sleeping when I shot the ball. So as I was bringing my head up, I saw the ball was going inside the net. So I was very happy, because this is what I need in a game like this. You have to score, not only playing well but score. And that was the goal that opened the floodgate for the other goal. So I was very happy. I've only been to the Under-20 World Cup, 2009. I've not been to the Senior World Cup, and I won't let this dream pass me through. That's why I'm going to give everything I have, 101%, to qualify for the World Cup.
Captain Mikel Obi, always leading by example, scored his 2nd goal of the World Cup qualifying series.
I think it's the hard work of the team, the players, the coach. We've all put in our best, our time, our energy, our willingness to come and serve this country. So it's all paid off. We're happy with the way it's gone, but we're not there yet. We have 1 more point to play for, 2 more points. I don't know.
Victor Moses, arguably Nigeria's most efficient on the pitch, a goal to his credit caps his fine outing.
credit to Moses Simon for cutting the ball back for me to score the goal. It was a good counter attack from us. And, to start off with, I think I won the ball in our half, and then let it off to Mikel, and then we done it 1-2s, and he gave it back to me, and then just drove with the ball, and I saw Moses making a good run, and the next thing that came on my mind was to lay the ball off for him to shoot actually, and to try and score a goal. But obviously he done a little dummy, and then brought it back. And the next thing on my mind was to put the ball in the left-hand corner of the keeper. World Cup is everyone's dream, to go to the World Cup. That's the most important thing. And I went in 2014. But yes, I was injured and I didn't have the good World Cup. I didn't enjoy it. But I need to go back this time, and God willing, hopefully if we qualified, I need to go back this time and do the best I can to help the nation.
Kelechi Iheanacho could be tagged the super sub, going by his ability to add more mystery to the opposition even as a late substitute. Moses Simon justified his inclusion in the starting lineup in the return leg in Yaoundé by scoring the opening goal of the match.
This is better for him, and now what can he do here? The ball's come back, and goalkeeper Ondua doesn't produce a fine save. It's still not over. There's the goal. Nigeria have found the back of the net, and Simon Moses over on that far side.
I would say that I feel so happy, and I would say that and the team are happy, because I would say my goal gave us the draw and 1 point, so I would say that I feel so good.
It will be correct to say Zambia has found their mojo. Beating Algeria home and away in Algiers has put them in contention to tussle Nigeria for the sole World Cup ticket in the group.
There's no way Zambia will come to Nigeria and beat us. It's not possible. And whatever happens, I can assure you that we are going to get 3 or 4 more points that will ensure qualification proper to Russia 2018.
What we're looking at the moment now, we're going beyond qualification. We want to do the job. Yes, we want to do the job, and we will do it by God's grace in October, but we're looking at how far we're going to go in Russia. That's the next stage, that's the next plan, and the plan starts from the October game.
Our game against Zambia on the 7th of October in Uyo. Our operation has started in NS. I've mandated the first vice president, the chairman of the organizing committee, to go to Uyo next week and start our preparation, make sure everything is, and develop a checklist. Himself, myself, and the general secretary and the second vice president should have a checklist and start ticking, which means our preparation has started, so we are really happy. I also want to commend the government of Nigeria for providing us with everything that we needed. I mean, for the first time in a long time, especially at the beginning of this campaign, your bonus has been daily allowances.
The Chipolopolo now sits second with 7 points, just 3 points behind Nigeria. Both sides clash in Uyo on October 7, and the result could well decide who goes to Russia 2018.